but we are live. So, 10 minutes into the market open. Only stuff that's moved is Coinbase, NVDA, and SMCI. SMCI, what is that, 70, 80 points from top to bottom. And Coinbase, 167 to 170, now down to 168. And NVIDIA, I think this is 2 days after earnings, 805 to 824 to 815. So looks like an initial sharp rally, opening drive, and then now everything's taking a U-turn and getting slammed down very very hard. Um, it's tough to play the indices right now, just because of kind of went exponentially higher. And I don't like when it's starting to go vertical like it is. And obviously, pure chop. While, there's a lot of better names to be watching here. Let's put Meta down here. Let's see. Wow, Meta's almost at 500. Jeez. That is pretty crazy. Yeah, I'm really surprised that crypto is not going up. While I mean, I get it because it's not like the rest of the stock market's going up. It's just one sector or a few stocks, but I don't know. This will be interesting for sure. I mean, really, I'm with crypto. I'm just so surprised that like Bitcoin is staying relatively, in the same place, not dumping, but alts are just bleeding. I really just don't get that at all. Yeah, and this is pretty much why I've been showing up late every single day because for indices, there's just no movement right at the bell. But with stocks, there are. And let's see. Perfect. AXTI. Swap that out with Vero. AXTI. Jeez. Oh my god. I can't fucking stand when this lags. I need to restart my computer too. But yeah, so from 3.2 all the way up to almost 5 in 13 minutes. Pretty solid. Um, but yeah, so market could keep going up here. I mean, obviously the trend is up. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, Nvidia 100% saved the day and pumped market to new all-time highs. What's new? That is seriously crazy. Yeah, honestly, I think the actual move for futures is to swing trade futures right now because all the movement is from, you know, 8 p.m. or 12 a.m. to 8 9 a.m. Right? It's all overnight. It's rarely regular market session. Didn't used to be that way, but right now it is. So you just have to adjust to whatever way the market is moving, and that's what you have to do. Just show up later, or just switch what asset class you focus on. So that's the thing. I'll always have this futures account, but really, really want a 25k plus PDT account because that would 100% help with catching these good moves and not just wasting time with this chop. I mean, seriously. And yeah, I'm also just surprised that crypto's not going up, considering the fact that the S&P and NASDAQ is going up. So unless some money has to flow out of those to go into Bitcoin and crypto, that's the only thing I could really think of. But I'm really not watching anything yet on indices. I don't want to flip a coin and, whatever direction it's going to go. Uh, could obviously retrace, that seems pretty easy, but could also just grind up higher like it has been doing. And I would not be surprised at all. Okay, Coinbase flushing and 168.75. Arm just chilling. Yeah, this really is at like a weird point. Market's trying to figure out, do we go higher or do we just roll on over? Sug P, MRVI, Carvana. Ooh, actually, hold on. Carvana looks good. Yeah, 68 to 74. That's moving nicely. 500,000 volume. Nice. Alright. Wow. Room could be going crazy. Sug P. MRVI actually looks good. What's moving like trash? This one. Okay, so looks like the market kind of is coming on down a little bit. Or trying to. Yep. So it looks like chips are trying to come on down. NVDA, SMCI. NASDAQ pushing down. Almost at low of day at 18,100. Okay, that sounds about right. welcome. Yeah, so MRVI has a very extended move. NVDA kind of pressing on the lows. NQ and ES kind of coming on down. Barely, actually. SMCI dipped below 900, trying to bid back above. I forgot what went into a halt. Oh, is that SUG P? Yeah, this actually has really good potential. It's the key word though, potential. Highs earlier today was at 8. It's at 520. Depending on where it opens, I mean, if we open, 5.5, it might just explode to like 6.5 or 7, and then that's when it'll really get going and get some juice to potentially break above high of day. But we just gotta see. When did this even halt? 9:47 question mark. So potentially, yep. Okay, anytime now. Boom. There you go. I was gonna say 5 minutes is right now. So jumping around from 5.4 to 5.8, 5.6. Let's see if it can break that high, squeeze into 6, max 6, or if that's just gonna fake people out. Kind of looking like it's at 5.2, just filled that little gap. Volume is exploding. It's the most it's traded all day in the regular session. And did that halt? Looked like it. Unless there's just a insane amount of bids, but it does not look like it. Because that now the bid dipped to 4.87, but nothing's really going on there. Yeah, that's halted for sure. And then 5, and ES and NQ, or more so ES, trying to bounce from that low, but I mean, once again, when you compare it to any of these stocks, it's actually barely moving at all. Carvana, nice little double bottom. Yeah, SMCI is just tough to play. It already dropped almost 100, no, over 100 points now from that high. And now it's like it's not really flushing, it's just bouncing lower, but not great. That's really tough. So I would just stay out of there. NVIDIA is the same thing. MRVI, I mean, obvious Ponzi stock, but kind of trying to come on up. I just don't like how sharp that drop was, and now it's like barely holding. And then Coinbase, nothing too crazy, just a small little sell off. Maybe this will start accumulating here and can pop on upwards. And that's pretty much the story of the market so far. So there's a little red candle on futures. Still nothing crazy for ES. Still in the range. NQ breaking down about 30 points on that candle. Okay, so there's definitely the dip on futures. Really not sure what caused that. Maybe it's maybe it's Microsoft, but that's I mean, that has to be. But geez, that is a large sell-off out of nowhere too. And 10 a.m. is coming up in just a few minutes. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, so NQ dropped 50 points and ES dropped, I mean, not 8 maybe, but already retracing that drop a little bit. So it was barely a big deal on ES. Yeah, so there's an actual drop on NVDA. That would have been nice. Um, Sug P should have already unhalted if it was a 5 minute, so that should be 10:03, and then 10 a.m. in 25 seconds. Yeah, I don't think anything is like really going crazy right now. Carvana could break out. Yeah, nothing crazy. Yeah, Carvana's actually looking really good for just a solid breakout above 76. There's 10 a.m. or it has been 10 a.m. for 30 seconds. Just saw finally there's a little movement, but nothing serious. So basically now just waiting for Carvana to pop up and SUGP to unhalt and see where that goes. In futures, especially ES, still trying to find its footing, kind of trading right near the lows of the session. NQ is pushing down. Looks like ES might kind of mirror that little move that NQ had before it sold off, but I kind of feel like ES should have already sold off with NQ. Kind of looks like it might curl on over. It looks like we're already on the backside of a potential backside short. But yeah, it looks like NVDA is holding those lows at 805. So that's why I'm not taking a trade yet on ES. I have no problem shorting, but I just want to see stuff like actually be coming on down. And that's no problem that there's a little bounce, because then if it curls on over, then we should know that that'll be an easier spot to break, because buyers were already trying to fight to hold the price up. But we shall see, and SUGP should unhalt in around a minute or less. And if SUGP does not get any more momentum higher, then I think it'll be cooked. I think it'll be done. Obviously, with small caps, at any moment they can just randomly spike up because you can easily manipulate them. But as of right now, I don't see an opportunity for that unless this just unhalts and then just like rips and squeezes above 6. But it should be unhalting any second now if it's a 10-minute halt. If it's a 15, then 10:08, which it looks like it. And then if not at 10:08, then literally who knows. But I doubt it. This is not even a serious. There we go. Unhalted now. I was going to say that's like barely even a move. 4.5 to 5.5. That is not an insane move. Yeah, so it looks like that could actually break lower, unless that holds, but yep, so looks like SUGP could probably be cooked. It's probably done. Now Carvana, just watch at 76. And of course, if we actually want the market to go higher, then like NVIDIA needs to break 825. Apple needs to break 185. Microsoft needs to break 416. Meta needs to keep pushing up, and we're just not really getting that, especially on Apple and Microsoft. And I am anticipating some downside, but I just don't really see like a solid point. I mean, futures are just not moving that well. And I feel like this could easily just keep chopping around, especially where it's at right now. Just take out high a day, stop all the shorts out or take out all the longs at 5115 and not even break low of day. So it's just kind of tough to take a trade there. Yeah, I'm just checking small caps again. Looks like really nothing too crazy is going on. Yeah, I don't think we have any like crazy gainers today, at least right now. Obviously, some stock could turn into that. It is only 10:07. But I just don't really think anything's going to be going crazy. If you just look at the price action, NVIDIA's sleeping, SMCI sleeping, but could also potentially retrace that move. Uh, Besides that, everything just looks just not that special. Yeah, so we're just in a massive waiting game right now because nothing is really going that crazy. So Carvana here is either gonna keep curling on down or could now hold. I don't see any like crazy volume explosion. So like here, I don't see anything crazy that indicates like an extreme reversal, but that is still like holding above. And this could easily, if it gets momentum and holds in the 72 to 76 range, eventually break 76. Yeah, let's see what the R-vol looks like. Neo. Didn't even see Neo. Yeah, nothing crazy, just a little bit of volume. AMD obviously moving with chips, and that's pretty much it. I'm really surprised that Coin and ARM are on hard to borrow, but SMCI and NVDA is not. I find that insanely surprising because Coin and ARM really have not moved that much since, like, what, last week, 2 weeks ago? I mean, SMCI has moved way more. There's no hard to borrow on that. That's kind of confusing. Let's see if ES and NQ can pop on up. But obviously, maybe not. Put NVIDIA back on the screen. Neo is not a tradable stock. Things moving like trash. Yeah, so everything is just kind of waiting for its next move, right? Carvana, gonna pump up here, break highs, or keep on dumping down, fade off into nothing. SUGP, are we going to short squeeze again or just fizzle off into nothing? SMCI, NVIDIA, are we just going to save the day at 805, save the day at 880, and curl back on up, retrace that move, or just kind of chop around, sell off for the day? ARM, still in a range. Coinbase, just the bid just gets hit every single trade. So yeah, literally everything is waiting for its next move. So extremely boring price action right now. Sleep Number. Yeah, I do have to say, it always is very surprising when the Dow holds the best, and usually it does. That is seriously one of the most surprising things I've seen, is that the Dow will sometimes be good to trade, but if you just look at the volume, this is just not sustainable over the long term. Like, if you actually want to crush, this it just isn't really that sustainable. I mean, look at that, 300 contracts, 600, and then nothing again. I mean, if you want to take like anything sizable, it's just tough. Like 100 points on one contract is $500. Keep that in mind. 100 points is $500. So if you want to make 5,000, that's 10. 50,000, that's 100. you'd be making up half of the volume of some of these candles. So, however, it usually does move slower than ES and NQ. So that is the good thing. But yeah, honestly, right? Like, so Coinbase, ARM, basically everything now might be coming up. Double bottom, kind of surging, ARM surging. There is a lot of room to run and retrace. Curious. AMD to 178. Yeah, nothing crazy. I mean, I won't be surprised to see, obviously, all of these, make their move eventually. It's just a waiting game, but I just don't see any great opportunities anymore right now. Some will develop, but just right now, there's nothing like absolutely insane. Looks like Coinbase might be able to save the day and be one of the stocks that's actually moving, but we shall see. Yeah, even small caps are just trickling up. And then you have stocks like this ATNI, they go from 29 to 36. You might think, okay, cool, awesome, that's phenomenal. But look at the actual price action, look at the volume. Looks like literal trash. I mean, there's bigger volume here than there. So, let me check. Let me check that. Looks like whatever that one is not really moving. No, that one. And yeah, the only time I even traded that was back in 2021, whenever it, yeah, moved insane. But since then, obviously, it's been a Ponzi stock, just one of these shit companies. So, yeah, that's sad for that. Let's see it, DWAC. Huh, DWAC is still holding up. That's interesting. Yeah, I know a lot of people did bank on that back in the day. AXTI. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna put AXTI on here because that looks like it might start getting some volume. There's some volume coming in. course, the spot to break is 4.85, then 5. So we got about 55 cents to go. So there's SMCI double bottoming, ARM double bottoming and kind of surging, and ES and NQ still just chilling. Not really doing too much. Yeah, thank God for chips. These chip stocks, ARM, NVDA, SMCI, if it was not for these, they would not be moving. Or just the market, stocks, whatever. I mean, obviously there would still be plays, but there would not be like consistent plays day after day after day. Because legitimately, this watch list has like almost never changed. The only ones I do change is like these two for like small caps. But yeah, that's hopefully we'll get a bounce on like NVIDIA or something. That would be cool. It's like a 3-cent scalp on 20K shares. That's like what, $600? It's not bad at all. I just can't trade any stocks under like $1. Not that like, I mean, obviously like using Webull, like it's not like the commissions would be insane. I just don't really like how the price action moves on like really, really cheap stocks. The cheapest I'll go is like an AXTI, $4, $3. Okay, there's the dump on, or not even a dump, but just a little breakdown on NQ. Little breakdown on ES. NVIDIA might be breaking down from those lows. Let's see what happens at 800. $801, 800, 0.9, 0.7, 0.7. I'm watching 800 to see if it'll hold strong or not. So there goes ARM for the high of day. Not bad. There's the classic U-turn on AXTI. So looks like there will be no squeeze on that just yet. Yeah, Gary, it could. Obviously, I mean, there's no guarantees, but I mean, I want to see. Yeah, it easily could. Yeah, I mean, massive dump, massive overall downtrend. So, yeah, I would not be surprised. Might just go retest those lows. Looks like a lot of long buying liquidity down there. Okay, so looks like NVIDIA is actually strong down there. Some volume did come in to support that. There's that nice arm break. Yeah, so ES and NQ bid right back up. It's still just challenging though because it's in that massive range for ES. NQ has a little bit bigger of like a retrace, but just again, just tough. There's no clear direction. just keep scanning, see if anything's going on. Start trading soybeans. Yeah, so fun is actually up there in the active. Obviously it has the most volume because it's the cheapest by far. But then it looks like AXTI, Rivian. But yeah, it looks like mostly just AXTI and Rivian. Lunar had that on the watch list yesterday. Yeah, I mean some of those could move, but you just never know. I think Rivian would be the one to watch though. But like, what do I put it over? Let's just do that. Yeah, that's just really flat though, besides that sell-off. But I guess we'll just keep watching it, just see if anything happens. Yeah, so now ARM has broken over $1 over, I mean way more than $1, but official like 100%, like $1 move over that high a day at 133. I'm probably gonna get off at 10:30. Oh, there's the break of 800. See if the bid can hold 799. Yeah, kind of. It's trying, but yeah, so NVDA is breaking down, which is kind of expected. But yeah, nothing too crazy. I'm only willing to trade futures right now, and those are not moving. So probably just gonna call it a day. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Tune in next week. It's the next time I'm gonna be going live, and